Hey, what's up everybody? Greetings and salutations. I am the Gerbil, and today I'm coming to you from Utica Square. You might hear the bells ringing in the background. It's said, actually from himself, Yevgeny Yevtushenko, formerly the most famous living poet. I say formerly because sadly he's no longer with us. He was actually a survivor of the Stalin purges and moved to America, settled down here in Tulsa because those bells and the beauty of this little shopping area struck him way back in the 1980s. But that's not why you're here, is it? I know it's not why you're here. You're here because you want to see what I'm recommending as the numero uno, #1 most important Conquest character for silver, gold, max crating, whatever you can in Conquest. And it's actually not a single character. It's going to be a duopoly with take your pick. It's going to apply to not even just 10 plus feats, but something more like 40 potential feats that I've seen in the last couple conquests. And in particular, the most current conquest that's ending, I know, sadly today, it applies to all of these feats, both sectors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and global feats, as well as, what is that, 3, 6, 12 different mini and final boss feats. So how Gerbil, can one squad navigate your way to all 12 of these feats and all 12 of these mini boss and boss feats? Well, it works like this. Conquest is riddled with defeat all enemies with so-and-so surviving and defeat X number of enemies with so-and-so. Like in Sector 1, we got defeat 35 enemies with Ewoks, and then we've got the same thing in Sector 2, but it's with Imperial Troopers, and then in Sector 3, it's with Han Solo. Sector 4, it's survive with Stap. Sector 5, it's defeat 35 enemies with bounty hunters. And I'm telling you, if you go into Conquest with a mindset that you need an Ewok squad to get Ewok kills, and you need a Separatist squad to keep Stap alive, and you need a bounty hunter squad for bounty hunter kills, then you're overthinking, or you're underthinking it rather, and you're setting yourself up for struggles. So let me show you two characters that, as a leader and a wingman, go balloons, you can get all of these feats with two characters in as much as 5 seconds or less per battle. Seriously, 5 seconds or less. And I'll show that gameplay in a moment. And here it is. Now, yes, some of you may be screaming right now, I don't have Reva. I know. I don't have Bo-Katan Mandalore, right? That's the reality of Conquest. You either have these characters often or you don't have them, right? It's really hard to get 35 kills with excuse me, Stap surviving or whatever it is if you don't have those characters. So I apologize off the get-go, but if you have Reva, then you have Grand Inquisitor. And if you have Grand Inquisitor, you have all the other Inquisitors. So utilizing Reva's lead with GI plus 1 AoE enabled Inquisitor, and that's going to be 8th Brother with his AoE Burning, that's going to be 9th Sister with her AoE Mass Daze, or 5th Brother with his AoE Mass Dispel and Cleanse. Throw in one of those, plus any other 2 characters as needed. So whether you need Han, like the 35 kills with Han, you could throw in Han Solo, Veteran Han, Young Han, or Stormtrooper Han. If it's an Ewok, take your pick. There's 9 of them. 9? 7 of them. 7? Yeah, I think 7. Maybe 8. I can't remember. If you need the Qui-Gons or the Padawan with Master Qui-Gon, no problem. Throw them in there. So how does it work? Well, it all resolves around Purge. And what happens with Reva, when the battle starts, all enemies are immediately inflicted with 5 stacks of Purge. And then when GI is sitting there in the background, at the start of battle, due to patience, it's a unique of his, all enemies are inflicted with 1 stack of Purge, which cannot be resisted. So immediately what happens is all enemies enter the battlefield with 6 stacks of Purge. Actually, they don't enter with it. The game starts, and then at the start of battle, they get hit with 6 stacks of Purge. Now, how the magic works is dependent on data discs. Now, you don't have to have the blue data discs. I got lucky on my alt, and I got all of this in blue. And what you want is Amplify Agony, Volatile Accelerator, Ruthless Swiftness. Because what happens is, with Amplify Agony, if you got the blue one, each debuff that lands on an enemy inflicts them with 8.16% of their health, max health, damage to them. That doesn't sound like much, but you got to keep in mind you've hit them 6 times, 6 stacks of Purge. That right there is 48% of their health damage applied to them. That's pretty powerful. Now, if you double that with 2 of them, now you're looking at 96% health damage. That's a major hit just to start. But then you stack on a single volatile accelerator, ideally the blue one, and it says whenever an ally deals damage, and CG defines a debuff as damage. So when you apply those debuffs, that is classified as an attack, as damage attack. That triggers the volatile accelerator, which is going to give them some turn meter, okay, but it's also going to hit them with 3 damage over time debuffs. That's going to trigger your Amplify Agonies again. So if you have 2 Amplify Agonies and a volatile accelerator, and then you have 6 stacks of Purge, basically you're hitting the enemies, if my math is right, and I could be wrong, I don't know, but you can hit it for 245-ish% of their health in damage against them. That's going to immediately drop all allies down to about 1 health, and there are some shenanigans where certain people will recover some health or protection, whatever, but most enemies will be at 1 bar of red life. Now, because of Volatile Accelerator, you've given your enemies turn meter, so what you need is Ruthless Swiftness. I recommend two of them on there, the best ones you can get. But when that triggers, it says whenever an enemy falls below 100% health, all allies gain X turn meter. If you got 2 of those, and all 5 enemies have dropped below 100% health, you're guaranteed all of your allies are at 100% turn meter. So not only are your enemies now at 1 health-ish, your whole team is at 100% turn meter. Now that means the kills come in by making that added character, whoever it is, faster than your Inquisitors. And if the feat is simply to survive, doesn't matter if they're faster. All you need is that AoE enabled character, which in fact could be just GI by himself. So there we go, battle starts. Anakin took a turn and died because the damage overturns. GI took a turn, cleared the board, instant win with both Qui-Gon surviving, sector 5 feet, boom. Here, we're gonna see it again now at 3% stamina. All right, 3% stamina. There we are. Yep, 3%. Like, they are slow as snot, doesn't matter. Battle starts, all Jedi are gonna be hit with 6% or 6 stacks of Purge. Anakin triggers, he dies, GI takes a turn. Because of Ruthless Swiftness, we get another one. Now what about like where you actually got to kill them with an ally, like an Ewok or a Mandalorian? Well, here we go. This is sector 1, Sane 3. We are at 4% stamina now, and I'm going to throw in Nisa and Wicket. Why? Because they both have AoEs. My hope is to trigger the Purges, trigger the Amplify Agony, Volatile Accelerators. Nisa or Wicket takes a turn by making them faster. We got a dodge, I think that was. And so we don't get the kill there, but voila, that was still 4 Ewok kills. Now, how powerful do your Ewoks need to be? Not that powerful. Gear 12, maybe? Gear 11? I don't know. It very much depends on the enemy you're battling. Did they recover any health? Did they recover any protection, right? Some characters recover at the start of every turn. Some recover various conditionally. I don't know why. Bad Batch here, they recover. See, they got some protection, but if they don't, I mean, choose a different node where they don't recover, and then just go in with whoever, AoE, boom, get 5 kills. Now, how do you make them faster? Take the mods off your Inquisitors. Seriously, take them off. You don't need any mods on the Inquisitors at all. The only thing they need to do is start the battle. So that does mean you need some stamina. So make sure you got some stamina, and then start the battle, trigger the data disc, trigger whatever. The Ruthless Swiftness kicks in, your +2 characters take a bonus turn and kill. It's glorious. Anyway, folks, this was my number 1 most significant character or team for Conquest, and I'm going to crank out a number 2 video later with another squad that I think is absolutely paramount in Conquest. Between these 2 squads, you can achieve almost every single feat in every single Conquest, as long as you have that other character that's required, like Stab, right? Like Bo-Katan Mandalore, like Darth Bane surviving, right? You don't got them, sorry. Anyway, folks, if this was helpful, you know the drill. Please push that like button. Please hit the subscribe. I'm aiming for 7,000 subs. That's only like 40 away. Help my brother out. I do appreciate it, and I will catch you later on the holotables. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.